Okay, welcome back to Let's Talk About It, a podcast about leadership development. We are your host. I am Felipe.
Kevin.
And Claudia.
And this podcast is brought to you by the Lesniak Institute for American Leadership, a nonprofit based in Union, New Jersey on Kane University's campus. So, how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. No complaints from me either. This is a very special podcast today because we are going to be recapping 2023 here at the Lesniak Institute. Unfortunately, like last year, the podcast wasn't really a thing. But now since it is a thing, it means we could talk about what we did last year. And we could highlight the really cool stuff that the Institute did and what we really stand for. So for you guys that don't know and new listeners, the Lesniak Institute is a nonprofit where we dedicate our time to developing the next generation of leaders. We do that through our advocacy teachings and impactful events. We help other grassroots organizations advocate through our causes, including criminal justice, environmental protection, social justice, and animal welfare. Our main target audience is young adults and other grassroots organizations. The events we host and support help us empower individuals to drive positive change in these critical areas. So one of the first topics that we're going to be discussing today from 2023 was our trips to Trenton and the legislation that we helped advocate for.
It is great that you mentioned all the trips that we did last year. I must say that every other year, we start the year strong because just the moment January hits, that's when the legislation also kicks in here in New Jersey. And I want to go back into one of the first days that we went to Trenton, which was the day that we went for the bill S1803, which prohibits the surgical declawing of cats and other animals. And our advocacy coordinator, Brittany Macaluso, she was the one who went there and testified in front of the whole committee.
Yeah, shout out Brittany.
Yeah, shout out to our girl Brittany. But yeah, that's one of the first ones. That's how we started kicking off the whole year. It was a wonderful hearing. People were actually hearing what she had to say, and also the bill moved forward with a good amount of votes. And it was a really great. It was important to actually put this into display, the declawing of cats, because just hearing all the things that they're really bad for cats, and just imagine like taking part of your finger off. So it was a really important bill to pass. But the only thing is that unfortunately this bill hasn't moved forward ever since that day that it was presented. So right now there's a new bill represented this one, which is let me see.
Well, yeah.
S1406.
I remember learning about that bill, and at first I thought like declawing cats, it just meant like clipping their claws like you do with any other animal, but it really means like cutting off part of their paws, like a little bit of their fingers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy to me. I didn't even know. Like, I really wasn't educated on that until I heard Brittany's testimony and went to the State House and saw, them advocating for it. So,
yeah, it's really, and even though there were good points from both ends, from like there were the veterinarians who actually came and they also testify, but it's just the humane part of it, of this bill that's the most important. It's just like no one deserves pain just to make someone's life easier. It's just a little inhumane.
Mm-hmm. Last year was a pretty big year for advocating for animals for us. We had a lot of different bills that we were covering too. I know one was about local deer management plans as well.
Yeah, that's actually another time that we went to advocate. This time it was only myself and Senator who we went to Trenton and just he went to testify. It was a really intensive debate, from both ends. Senator, he is one who really is passionate about what he has to say. Therefore, it was quite a fight. But it also was a success. Though we had a good majority of votes in favor of this bill, but just as the clawing cats, it also stalled right there on that date, and we're still looking for the updates to for the deer management. What else?
There were two that actually did get passed and were victories for us. There was the cost of care bill and banning the gestation crates bill, right?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite memories because Felipe and myself, we got to dress pink.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, well, that day specifically, we all wore dress. Like everyone who was supporting the bill for banning gestation crates. Our partners from Humane Society, also Animal Legal Defense Fund, like everyone who was in favor. We tabled first that day at the annex, and then we moved forward to the assembly chamber.
Yep. We moved to where they actually casted the vote, and we saw like the scoreboard where if it turns green they vote yay, if it turns red they vote nay, and thankfully for the two bills that we were there for, the gestation crates and the cost of care bills, it was green for like a majority of them. So that was awesome to see. We also that day, remember there was like a little fight happening. Like it was like they were arguing and yelling at each other. Like there was
Yeah,
it was getting really heated. He was like yelling at the speaker of the house.
He was.
I think in 2024 we definitely want to take more trips down to Trenton and not only experience firsthand of how the whole process works, but I also think it'd be important for our interns to experience that and maybe some students here on campus as well.
Yeah, last year, I think it was the spring 2023 interns that were able to take a trip down to Trenton and really see how the process works. And we took an intern last semester as well down to see Senator testify for a couple bills, which is pretty cool.
We did do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else?
In 2023, Senator also decided to sue to dismantle the Fish and Game Council. And that pretty much stemmed because of the bear hunts happening in New Jersey. Yeah.
That was his first thing in his agenda in January, to go to the Fish and Game Council, and he went there to say what he had to say about the bear hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he just picked this at the end of the year, or he's been planning this for quite a while.
Yeah.
And since January, he went there. He said what he had to say. Then he started drafting his his suit, and until like the end of the year, probably I believe it was November when he actually no, it was in. I'm going to give you the
first lawsuit, like the first
when
time he went in
drafted
court.
it, he made it public that he was.
I want to say it was like kind of end of summer a little bit, but yeah, this is a fight that's been happening since like maybe mid 2023, and it's still happening now.
Mm-hmm.
There's another court date that we will announce once we have the official date, but there is another court date coming up where Senator Lesniak will face the court again, and he probably won't stop until he's up fighting the Supreme Court. So
So that's one fight we still have going on into 2024. We also have Bill S2243, which is wraparound schools. We have S297, which is to ban puppy mills as well, or the selling of dogs and cats from puppy mills in New Jersey.
yeah, in 2023, we actually tabled a lot of animal welfare events to stop puppy mills and to bring attention to what's happening with puppy mills. I know there was a new bill that was introduced late last year, and there's still really no movement happening on that bill. but we were tabling at different events, just trying to bring attention and letting people know that this is something that we are fighting for and that we want to see changed.
Yeah, we did do that. We went to the Dogist event last August, and we also went to the dog walkathon and adoption event in September, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. There was a lot of dogs there for adoption.
They're so cute.
Yeah. I wanted to take one home, but I couldn't.
We also did a lot of other tabling events throughout the year. Since we're on Kane's campus, we got to table a lot at Kane, which is pretty cool. You know, talk to a lot of the youth, people in college, people who are really striving to make change.
Yep. We tabled at the Kane Day, and we always table at like the career internship fairs they have here on campus. And it really is one of the main ways that we recruit our interns.
Yeah.
We usually like to talk to the potential interns there and just tell them what the institute's about, and we encourage them to apply. I think the internships that we offer here at the institute is probably one of the main cornerstones of what we do here, because a lot of what we do and a lot of what we teach, it goes directly like towards the interns, and we are one of the few offices here on campus, and I think really like around Kane that offers internships for like the fall, the summer, and the spring. I don't think a lot of offices are doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're always looking for new interns here, and our events at Kane are a great way for us to find new people who are interested, new interns. I lost where I was going to say.
I think in 2023 we had 12 interns, I want to say.
Yes.
We had around 12 interns. 11. 12.
9.
Oh, shit.
3 in the spring, 3 in the summer, 3 in the fall.
10.
Oh, no, 4 in the fall.
Because it's 3 in spring, 3 in summer, 4 in winter.
Yeah, so in 2023, we had around 10 interns come in during the fall, the summer, and the spring. And a lot of them each had very unique experiences here at the Institute. We usually like to show them, you know, what we advocate for and the type of organization that we are. And, you know, luckily for us, we always get a good bunch of interns who are really interested in what we do and are still kind of developing in their careers.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we talked about the spring 2023 interns being able to go down to Trenton to see how legislation works and how it's passed and how people testify. In the summer, the interns went down to DC for the Ukraine Care 300 event. And then our fall interns helped us with Operation Santa, like the planning, all of the social media stuff.
Yeah.
Day of.
Yeah. Ukraine was special.
Every internship that we have, like every season is always different. It's not just, I feel that's one of our core strengths, you know, of the internship program, is that every season there's something different. Like, for an example, like, you know, the first half is, you know, legislation. It's all like seeing hands-on experience on advocacy. Then there is, you know, there's the summer. I mean, legislation gets a little slow, but then there's also like great activities, great events that we, you know, we formulate at the, you know, by the half of the year. For example, the gala is one of the, you know, like you experience a lot of, you know, like seeing how it takes shape, you know, during the gala, and Operation Santa during the winter, which is one of our biggest events. That you know, there's a lot of pieces that come into play, and they're able to witness how, you know, we work as a team. So I think, yeah, I mean, I would love to be an intern at the Lesniak Institute if I have the chance.
It was fun.
Okay. You want to intern here? Go for it.
The summer interns also got to go to the Elizabeth Pride flag raising, which is cool. And I believe that this summer's interns will be able to come with us to Asbury Park for the Pride Parade. And then last year in the fall was special because our interns, I think it was one of their first days too, they got to come with us to the 10th anniversary for marriage equality event that we held.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that was in the beginning of their internships. We celebrated the 10th year anniversary of marriage equality in New Jersey. We had a lot of the key players there who supported the legislation along with Senator Lesniak, and it was actually an awesome event just hearing their stories of what they went through during that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool.
Yeah, and then there's also like a lot of the little events that we partner with other organizations throughout the year. You know, the Jobs Plus ceremony, Union County Reentry Task Force, informational, the Ukraine Care 300 in DC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think going back to the Ukraine Care 300, they're a coalition of different Ukrainian families and American families and Ukrainian organizations and organizations over here that are advocating to reunite the Ukrainian orphans with their American families. The process stopped during the war in Ukraine when Russia attacked Ukraine. And their goal is just to restart the adoption process and reunite the families. I when we brought our summer interns over to DC, it was really cool because it was one of the first times that we traveled together, I would say, like to a different state.
Yes.
Yeah, right. We took the Amtrak train with Senator Lesniak, and we were there on the train to DC. And our interns, they met us there, and we all stayed at the hotel together. I think it was really a great bonding experience for us and our interns. I got to learn a lot about them, and they got to see firsthand what we do. And also, they were there when the families were testifying about what their adoptive kids were going through, like in other countries and in Ukraine. So I think that whole event was just something that really shows what the Lesniak Institute stands for.
Yeah, it was a very hands-on experience, I would say. All of our internships are, though, like we give them very hands-on activities because we're so small as a team that, you know, we really give them the chance to shine.
Yeah. And something really unique about our internship is that we actually compensate our interns.
Mm-hmm.
Most internships, you know, you get paid through experience. At the Lesniak Institute, you actually do get paid, like with actual money. So besides like the cool experiences, the cool staff that you meet, and the great networking that you get from being part of the Lesniak Institute, you also do get compensated, because we realize that being students on campus, sometimes having a little more cash in your pocket could be really helpful and could go a long way.
I'm telling you, I would be an intern.
I mean, you could be an intern if you want. We could do the paperwork right now.
You can get double the
I'm
work.
game.
Yeah, but that was something we did over the summer and fall. The big event that we did was Operation Santa, and it was huge. It was the biggest Operation Santa in Lesniak Institute history, and it's been happening for 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
We helped the most amount of kids ever.
Like 100 plus.
Mm-hmm. We
kids.
fed over 200 people
Mm-hmm.
and their families,
Yeah.
and every single kid there left with a gift that was more than $35 to $40.
Yeah. You know, like there's a lot of toy drives and stuff around the country, and, you know, kids just kind of get what they get. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, but we handpicked gifts out for these kids and like wrapped them all up, and we made sure that all of them got a pretty significant present.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the way it worked was the kids would actually make a list,
Mm-hmm.
and we would ask the parents, like, what do the kids like what are they interested in, and then based off that information, we would actually go shopping. And there's a lot of videos of us shopping, but we would actually go and like hand pick these different toys for these kids. And I know at the actual event, we, you know, just for like it not to get too crazy at Operation Santa. We tell them to open the gifts at home, but just giving them the gifts and they don't even know what they got, but just seeing how happy they were.
Mm-hmm.
That was just amazing. And honestly, the support from different organizations, our sponsors, our donors for Operation Santa this year, last year, was really showed that the Lesniak Institute does have a lot of supporters, and I hope it showed everybody, what we're capable of and how much we care about the community.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there were whole families there with a lot of kids, and they got a full like Santa bag full of presents. Was really fun to see. And Santa was there, and Buddy. We had a lot of really great volunteers as well, who came to support us like day of. But if you want to see the process of that, go to our social media and look at our 12-day countdown to Operation Santa. Little plug.
Nice.
Also, last summer, we hosted our gala for the love of justice on June 19th, and it was awesome. So the gala was really the first event that I really helped the Institute I helped the Institute kind of, what's the word?
Create.
Plan, organize.
See through.
Yeah. And we were all there. I mean, I think the gala is really something special because we actually get a chance to pat ourselves on the back and just kind of celebrate what we've done here at the Institute. And I know that the one coming up this summer is going to be even bigger and better than it was last year.
Kevin, I know you're excited about this. Do you want to talk about this year's theme for the gala?
Imagine if you combine Batman Forever with the gala. That's what I imagine.
Wait, what?
Batman
what?
Forever.
Batman Forever, like the movie?
Yes. Have you seen? Okay, there's a
Absolutely.
scene.
Is that like with Poison Ivy and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Why? Because
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
the main topic of this year's gala is actually the garden. What is it, Claudia? Our topic, our theme. The
Our
garden gala.
Our theme is
Yeah.
garden, green, environmental protection. That's basically it.
I think we said it was like a garden of dreams or growing dreams.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me.
The goal is to have a sustainable gala. I think that's like the main goal. We want it to be beautiful, obviously, and we want everyone to have a good time, but of the items that we use for like the decorations and the utensils and everything, we're trying to be as eco-friendly and as sustainable and environmentally friendly as possible.
Our official theme is going to be a garden of dreams. So there's going to be a lot of greenery, a lot of flowers, really inspiring the Lesniak Institute dream in everybody who comes.
You said something about cultivating seeds.
Oh yeah.
Right. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's one of the topics why we chose this as our main topic, which is we are cultivating the seeds of the future. The students, the next advocates. So it just goes hand in hand with the whole team of like taking care of the garden state.
Oh, I like that. Honestly, the main reason why people should support the Lesniak Institute Gala is because it gives us the resources that we need in order to continue our mission, which is to develop the next generation of leaders. During the gala, supporting the gala helps us with our internship programs. Supporting the gala helps us fight for legislation and partner with our grassroots organizations. Supporting the gala helps us table at all these events and talk to different students and meet and network with different people. And really supporting the gala helps us, with events like celebrating the 10th year of marriage equality and Operation Santa and and all this different events we have. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely use the generosity of all of our donors and sponsors throughout the year. Even like this year before the gala, we have had a couple events like the Social Justice Symposium at Caldwell that we went to table at and have senators speak at. And we have some pretty cool events coming up. We're doing the Breaking Barriers Conference, which is entirely created by students, and we're supporting them with the space and everything. But the main goal of that is to be a networking event and a panel event for students who are looking to get into education or health and wellness or legislature, like stuff like that. So that's coming up. We also have Senator's Rutgers Hall of Distinguished Alumni ceremony as well.
Yep, I'm excited for that. Senator, I know, is thrilled and super happy about that one. This is something he wanted for a long time, and he's finally getting the recognition from Rutgers, at least, that he deserves. So I'm really happy for him.
And we're going tomorrow, which is Wednesday, March 20th, to record the behind the scenes for his video.
Yeah, Rutgers is interviewing him pretty much around the State House in Trenton, and he's going to be talking a lot about his legacy there, specifically a lot of the bills that he advocated for throughout the years, a lot of the legislation, a lot of his own personal accomplishments. But we're gonna go hang out with the Rutgers team and see the behind the scenes of that, which is gonna be fun.
Yeah, they're bringing their A game over there. They have a team of like 10, and they have like a script and an itinerary, and they're like they're the real deal. They know what they're doing. Yeah, so April 25th, Rutgers Hall of Distinguished Alumni. The tickets are still available if you want to come support and celebrate Senator Lesniak and watch him be inducted into the Hall of Distinguished Alumni. Then tickets are still available. It will be April 25th in the evening time, and the Lesniak Institute team will be there, and we hope to see a lot of you guys there as well. Okay, so in 2024, we still have a lot of stuff that we want to accomplish. We're still going to be fighting and advocating for a lot of different issues that have to do with our causes, and some of the issues that we still want to see changed. So, what are some of the things that we're still fighting for in 2024?
We're fighting for wraparound community schools, which is Bill S2243, and basically that is to close the gap of educational equity and infant and maternal health in New Jersey. So that's super important.
In the animal welfare side, there's 3 bills that we're looking at. We're looking at Bill S282. No, wrong. We're looking at the first one is banning killing contest. That one is prohibits the harassing or taking of certain wildlife at competitive event, establishing penalties. There's that one. There's also the banning the puppy mills, which is Bill S297. And that one, it's pretty straightforward. It prohibits the sale of cats and dogs or any animals by pet shops, by prohibiting the transactions between animal shelters, pounds, animal rescue organizations, and animal breeders or brokers.
Yeah. And it's important that we're still fighting for puppy mills, because puppy mills, they don't treat the animals right over there. Most of the animals are starving. They're not getting enough water. They're not getting enough outside time. So that's definitely high on the priority list for the Lesniak Institute, to stop puppy mills and ban them.
Another, I think, high priority one is the bear hunts that Senator is going after the Fish and Game Council for. He's suing to dismantle the council, pretty much to stop trophy hunting for bears, because as he likes to say, he's never seen bear on a menu before. So that's a high priority one for us as well this year.
Yeah, and thinking of more humane ways to get the bear population to go back, more deeper into the forest, or really just to stay away from killing the bears is what we're hoping to do in 2024. And hopefully the lawsuit helps with that a lot.
And also a big one that we haven't seen much change, which is a new New Jersey Green Amendment.
The Green Amendment. And I feel like the younger generation should really care about the Green Amendment.
Yeah, because that one pretty much is to amend the New Jersey Constitution to really grant every person the right to clean and to a clean and healthy environment. So clean air, clean water, clean streets. Yeah, especially like in city areas where that's not so prominent, it ensures everybody has that right, which is super important.
Yeah, so just to name a few, the Lesniak Institute in 2024 is still fighting for wraparound schools. We still want courtroom animal advocacy programs. We want to ban killing contests and ban puppy mills. And we want to stop the bear hunt. And what else?
Reintroduce the Green Amendment to amend it in the New Jersey Constitution, and also important, Ukrainian orphans, to reunite them with their families.
Even though there's many other bills that they should be looked at, these are the ones that we are focused at the moment. There's so many out there, from mental health programs. There's also transportation. It's just really it's not only us who are looking into these bills. There are other advocates who are eager for the bills that they're advocating for. They just want these bills to pass as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are just the ones that the Lesniak Institute is putting their full force into, but that doesn't mean that when our partners or other organizations reach out to us about bills that they're advocating for, that we're not gonna ignore them. We're gonna go help them as well.
Yeah, those are just our the causes that is brought to our attention by our partners and whatever, but we are always open to handling more issues and helping with whatever way we can.
Yeah, by you reaching out to us and letting us know what bill do you want to see move forward, that's a great way to start. Reaching out to us and see, hey, I want to advocate for this bill. How can I do it? Who can I help? Who should I reach to? So that's when we come in and we guide them step by step. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna start doing. Let's just start talking with the right people, with the right coalitions, and see if we can draft something so we can have a good hearing the time when the legislation is in session.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just partners or organizations, it's also students on campus. We've had past interns come to us about events that they are putting together or that they're passionate about, or projects that they want to see happen even just on campus, and we're more than willing to give them our help and all of our information to make that happen for them.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our 2023 accomplishments. Thank you so much to our supporters, our friends, our sponsors, and our donors. Without you, none of this would be possible. We are already off to a hot start in 2024, and we are excited to see what else the year brings. Thank you guys for listening, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye.